Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming a video on this look that you see on my face right now, and I am using the Jaclyn Morphe palette. I'm surprised that I was able to get my hands on this, but I'm so glad that I was able to because as you can see, the colors are so pigmented, they blend beautifully, and I love Jaclyn Hill, I mean who doesn't? But if you want to see how to recreate this look, then just keep on watching. I'm going to take my Morphe M518 and I'm going to dip into the shade MFEO, which is this one here. And I'm going to put that in my crease. Just using some circular and windshield wiper motions just to kind of diffuse that. And I'm working it upward because I am going to make this more so a cut crease. So I'm going up a little bit higher than I normally would. And I'm putting that inner to outer corner. Now I'm going to go into the shade Pukey, which is right below it. And again, I'm just going to work this into the crease with the same Morphe M518 brush. And I'm going to keep this one just a smidge lower. So I'm not going to go as high up. I'm going to put this more directly into the crease. So this one I'm just going to do more so back and forth motions rather than going in giant circles. Now I'm going to go into the shade Chip, which is this color here. It's kind of like a reddish or like a more of a burgundy brown. And I'm going to take my Morphe E17 to put that in the crease. And again, I'm concentrating this one a little bit lower and letting the brush just kind of do the work. Blending it inner to outer corner, making sure to kind of wing out the color a little bit once I get to that outer portion of the eye. It's going to start building our wing shape. And once that's kind of sort of how I want it, I'm going to go back into with my Morphe M518 and blend it out. I'm not picking up any extra product just yet. I'm just running the brush along the edges of that chip color. Now I'm going to go into the shade Soda Pop, which is the one right below that chip color. And I'm going to take my Morphe R42 brush, which is just kind of like a flat packing brush, but it has a nice tip to it. So I'm going to use it to kind of sketch out where I'm going to put this crease. And I want it to be pretty dark at the crease, so this denser packing brush is going to give us more precise of an application and a deeper, darker color. Okay, so I kind of turned down the brightness on the camera a little bit just because it was looking a little washed out. But now I'm going to go back in with the E17 from Morphe, the one that we used right before this, and not taking any extra product. I'm blending out the Soda Pop color. And then I'm going to dip into the Pukey shade. I love that name. And then I'm going to run this along the top and blend out. Now I'm just going to cut the crease, and I actually have a favorite product for that. I'm going to use the NYX Total Control Drops. These things are heavenly. Freaking love them. I mix them with like all of my foundations, and I love how thin they are, so it's really easy to glide the product along and cut that crease. And I'm using a Ben Nye FB3 brush to do this. It's just like a flat like paintbrush. And I start here at the wing because I just know that's gonna be a straight line, just to kind of cut it. And you always want to look straight into a mirror, make sure they're even. And then I'm just gonna start putting it on my lid. I'm going to put a little bit here. I'm I'm going to look up, and then there's going to be some that transfers up there, and I'm going to go from that point and cut the crease. So that way you can still see the cut crease when your eyes are open. And if you go up a little too high in one point, just take your brush and kind of blend over it. It's no biggie. Now on the lid, I'm going to take the shade Twerk, which is like this very blue toned purple here. And I'm going to pack that all on the lid, and I'm still going to wing it out just like I did with the eyeshadow here. And to do so, I'm actually using a MAC lip brush. It's the 316 brush. And the synthetic fibers are going to really help press this in. And I like that the tip is rounded so that way I can get right up at the crease line and it'll fit right into that shape. And then I'm going to go in with my finger because I feel like it packs on the color just a little bit better and a little more evenly. But I use the brush to just map out that area. And then you'll get a whole lot more payoff and pigmentation if you just use your finger. But now I'm just going to take this little itty bitty packing brush, but it's super thin, and I'm actually going to get the black shade, which is called Abyss, and I'm going to run this right along the line where the purple and the browns meet. What that does is it cleans up the line as well as kind of grounds it. It makes it super dark and super defined. So I'm actually going to take the R42 brush again with Soda Pop, which is the one right next to the black, and I'm going to run that right above that black to kind of help blend it out and blend it into the other browns so it's not so harsh. Then going with my Morphe E17, no extra product, and blending on that line. And at very last, I'm taking the Morphe M518 that we use Pukey with, and again, just blending all of that out. Alright, now for the gold liner, I'm taking MAC's Reflex Bronze Pigment on my Tarte eyeliner brush, and I'm mixing in a little bit of mixing medium to make it more of like a liquid liner consistency, and then I'm just going to do a wing, nothing too dramatic. I'm going to put on a little bit of mascara. I'm just going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous. It's actually the Voluminous Lash Paradise one, so the pink one. It's actually my new favorite mascara of like all time. It's so good. Alright, and then for lashes, I am using the Eylure Opulent. So it's these here, the Luxe Lashes in Opulent. And I wore these once, kind of lost them in a blanket somewhere, because you know when you take them off and forget where you put them. So I have kind of brought them back from the dead, and I'm just using my Duo latex-free brush-on clear adhesive. And I'm letting that dry for just a few seconds so that way it becomes a little more tacky and makes it easier to stick on. And then I am just going to pop these babies on. Okay, so I decided to finish the rest of my makeup besides my lips, and I went ahead and figured out what I was going to do in my lower lash line before I filmed it. I'm going to take just this little flat brush. It's super skinny on the tip, so it works really well to just kind of map things out. You can use an angled brush or any other small brush that works for you. I am going to just map out with that pukey shade the line under my eye. So I'm actually kind of accentuating my eye bag. So I'm gonna try to get this winged out portion even, because that's gonna be hard. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit too. Okay, so I'm just kind of mapping out this bottom wing. I want it to be even. And as I come in, I'm just going to rest my brush in my eye bag and kind of go back and forth. But I'm just using the eye bag as a guide. Then I'm going to take my Morphe E17 with a little bit of pukey and blend it out. I'm going to take that same flat brush and pick up a little bit more, or going to pick up Twerk, which is this purpley blue color. And then I'm going to go right along the top edge of this line. We're recreating what we did on top, just on the bottom, and it's kind of reversed, like mirrored. It's like a mirror image of the top. For the inner corner, I'm going to layer a couple colors. I'm going to take In Light from the palette, which is the very first one, and pop that in the inner corner. And now I'm going to use the color Spectra from the Aurora Glow Kit. It is the highlighter that I have on my cheeks and all over my face. I'm going to layer this right on top. Now the last thing I'm going to do is take that Reflex Bronze that we used as eyeliner, and I'm going to put this on the lower lash line in this little white empty space. To finish off the eyes, I'm going to use Lavender Blush NYX Faux Whites pencil and put this in my waterline. Hey guys, so this is the fully completed eye look. For lips, I'm going to take Jordana's Rose Crush lip liner, which is just this like light peachy pink. Now I'm going to take the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the shade number 9. It is Tea and Cookies, and I'm going to apply this all over. So this is a little pink for me, for like the blush and like the crease colors that I chose. So I'm just going to layer a little bit of exotic lip lingerie from NYX on top. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. It has been a hot minute since I have just sat down and played with makeup. I am so happy that I got the Jaclyn Hill palette. It is so beautiful and the colors just blend and work like a dream. I am super stoked with how this look came out. It's definitely something a little more creative. I mean, I don't know about you, but I would go out in public looking like this. But it's not for everyone, and I understand that, but you can definitely recreate this look and make it your own. I hope that there were some tips and tricks that you learned from this video, because that is what I aspire to do, is teach you guys just a little bit of something about makeup. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.